Hello, it's good to see you today. I'm glad you're tuning in to these broadcasts. I have here my book, Let the Fire Fall, and I want you to get a copy of this book. I've had people walk up to me and say, Steve, this book has changed my life. We deal with the process of revival. We talk about how God changed my life and my wife's life and put us on the pattern we're on today. We talk about the elements necessary for revival. 5 scriptures that God gave me for revival in your church. Get a copy of this book. The number's on your screen. Call us. We'll be glad to take your order over the phone. You'll be glad you did. Now let's get on with our teaching for today. As a leader, there are qualities you should model every day if you want to motivate your team to achieve the highest level of performance and to create an extraordinary organization in the process. Many leaders are competent, but few qualify as remarkable. If you want to join the ranks of the best, make sure you embody these qualities. To become the best of the best, you need these qualities. I wish I could honestly say that I came up with these qualities, but I didn't. Somebody shared them with me, and I want to share them with you because they changed my ministry as a pastor. However, years ago, someone came to me and said, Steve, you need to accept these qualities as a leader. So the first quality is awareness. Being aware of your surroundings, being aware of your work, of your employees, knowing what makes them tick, what doesn't make them tick, knowing when they're hurting. You have to be aware of what's going on around you, but in a way that permits them to retain an objective of what they're doing and a sense of dignity. You need to be aware. Secondly, decisive. All leaders must make tough decisions. It goes with the job. You can't be a leader and not have to make tough decisions. It's a part of the work. It's a part of what we do. It's a part of who we are. If you can't make the tough decisions, you don't need to be the leader. You probably need to be a leader. But we're talking about making tough decisions that will change the entire organization. But your decisions require that you be firm, authoritative, and have a finality about it. It won't please everyone, but it'll please most of the people. Extraordinary leaders don't hesitate in such situations. They also know that when not to act and not to do what they want to do because it affects the whole organization in a bad light. So you've got to be very careful as you present these ideas to your team. Then responsive. Extraordinary leaders praise in public and address problems in private. This is a genuine fear for those working in most organizations. I get a little ticked off when I drive into a parking lot and I see Employee of the Month sign in a parking spot. And I wonder how many people qualify for that Employee of the Month. Are they really being encouraged to become the best employees that they can be? In your church, do you encourage your people to be the best people they can be? Being responsive to their needs can change attitudes and change directions in your ministry. Always on the lookout for solutions to foster long-term success in your organization. Rather than making things personal when they encounter problems, assign blame to individuals. Effective leaders look for constructive ways and solutions to move the organization forward. If someone makes a mistake, don't ream them out in front of everybody else. Take them off to the side and say, listen, this is the direction we need you to go. We need you to focus in this area, which leads us to the next one. And then you need to hold your people accountable. Extraordinary leaders take responsibility for everyone's performance, including their own. They follow up on all outstanding issues, check on all leaders, and monitor the effectiveness of policies and procedures. When things are going well, they praise. When problems arise, they identify them quickly, seek solutions, and get back on track. Then you need to be confident. Not only are the best leaders confident, but their confidence is contagious. Those who work in the organization are naturally drawn to them. They seek their advice and feel more confident as usual. You need to be confident in what you do because confidence breeds acceptance and a sense of direction of where the organization is going. If you don't have confidence, your people are not going to follow your leadership. Then optimistic. The very best leaders are a source of positive energy. They communicate easily. They are intrinsically helpful. They always seem to have a solution and always know what to say. They know how to inspire, how to ensure, how to reassure people. And they look for ways to gain consensus to get people to work together efficiently and effectively as a team. And then honesty. Strong leaders treat people how they want to be treated. They're extremely ethical and they believe honesty, effort, is a foundation of their success. They share information openly and try to avoid spinning out of control. And then we focus. Extraordinary leaders plan to be extremely focused in what they're doing. They have a goal, they have a target of which they're headed for, and they're going to focus on that. The Apostle Paul said, leaving what is behind and looking to what lies ahead, I press on toward the prize of the upward call of Christ in Christ Jesus, or the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. You must be focused on where you're headed. If you're not focused and you know where you're going, you're not going to be able to lead your people. And they need to know where you're headed. You see, good leaders communicate their plan to key leaders and key players, but they also have contingency plans in the event of last-minute changes, which they often do. And then we inspire. Put it all together, and what emerges is a picture of a truly inspiring leader, someone who communicates clearly, concisely, and often. They challenge their people by setting high attainable standards. You see, the goal has to be high enough that people can reach, but if you lower your standards enough, anybody will get on board. You want your standards raised so they have to work to achieve it, and you have to inspire them to get to that point in their lives and ministry. And then giving them support and tools and training and latitude to provide those goals and become the best they can possibly be. Our prayer is that you will use these to become the best leader that you could possibly be. I'll see you next time as we look at another segment of leadership, defining great leaders. We'll talk about dreaming for the future.